Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back! Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2021, the album. Which album? The album. Dad, AF. Rock on, gold dust, woman. Beast! The time has come for you to lip sync for your life. Yo, Janet, I'm about to get this. You want this, but do you really think that you can get this? At first you kissed us, now you want to diss us. Oh no. At first you dissed us, now you want to kiss us. Tell them, girls! Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. What was the other song that I was going to sing? Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, Picture of a Beauty Queen. Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, Danced on Air. They had style, they had grace. Peter Monn had good face. Let's get into this video. Okay, so let me just tell you about the House of Monn right now. The House of Monn is very busy today, okay? Because we are currently packing. I have the movie Spy on in the background. We are getting ready to go to Las Vegas, Nevada tomorrow for our friend Jason's birthday. We're very, very excited about it. My husband is upstairs currently packing. Can you say hello, husband? No. Of course not. He will probably participate in a video. We might do a video while we are gone, but while you are watching this video, I am currently sitting by the pool. So, hi, how are you? Do I look pretty by the pool? Okay. I have a Diet Coke in one hand, and I'm just kind of sitting here listening to the music, and people are like, who is he? The guy behind me, not me. Anyway, so I wanted to do a little Q&A, but I wanted to do a very drama-focused Q&A, because recently when I've been doing Q&As, I've been getting questions like, pineapple on pizza? Yes, of course, always. I love pineapple on pizza. Other people ask me, you know, like cats versus dogs. Do you believe in aliens? I believe that cats are aliens. You know, all of that kind of stuff. And I appreciate it. I really do. I love it. But I wanted to do a focused drama Q&A over here about stuff that's going on YouTube. So I put up on the Instagram, hold on, here it is right here. I said, any drama opinions or questions? Hold on a second, let me get to it again. Oh, I put this little video of this monkey. I'm obsessed with monkeys. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm constantly putting videos up of monkeys. So I put this little, his best friend is a little chickadee. Isn't that so cute? Anyway, okay. Any drama, opinion, questions for unpopular opinions, Q&A about YouTube drama. So we're going to get right into this right now, and I am going to read the questions. I have not read many of these questions. I've read like 3 or 4 of them, and I was like, oh, these are good questions. These are questions I haven't received before. So hopefully I'll be able to, I'm kind of a little nervous about this. I'm like, oh my God, what are the people going to ask? What if they put me on the spot and ask me something? Oh my God. Okay, so let's get into this. Hold on, before we do. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. All right, so let's get into this video and see what the questions. I'm nervous, people. Okay, people, and don't call people people, and don't call in sick with the twos. You know all that. Okay, hold on a second. Do you think, Crystal asked me, do you think Jeffree and Shane are as close as they make themselves out to be? BFFs? No, I don't think so at all. I think they're business partners. I do think that they got very close during the filming of the series, or both series that Shane did with Jeffree Star, but I don't think that they're that close anymore. I don't personally think that Jeffree Star is that close with anybody, especially any influencers or YouTubers or whatever. And I don't think that Shane Dawson is that close with that many people either. He's always kept his circle very small. So you've got 2 people that don't get very close to other people. Shane has now moved to Colorado. I think he and Ryland are focused on their family and growing their family and, you know, developing, nesting their house and stuff like that. I think Jeffree's kind of doing the same thing. I mean, I think to some degree what we're seeing is, I know this is in the midst of a lot of drama, but take them out of that on a personal level. I think what we're seeing is kind of like a growing up of Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, like a settling down to some degree, right? And so no, I don't think they're as close as they used to be. I think they were very close during that time. I also think that where they thought things were going to go, I mean, I have to believe that there were plans for further, you know, makeup releases, further merch releases, all that kind of stuff. And I think that where they planned for it to go as business partners, as best friends, it didn't go in the same direction that they thought it would. Do I think that they're still very friendly towards each other? Yeah, I do. I think they're also very careful in talking to the public and making it seem like, well, Shane hasn't really said a whole lot about being close with Jeffree, but Jeffree has been the one that's kind of like driven that in, that they are still close, referring to Shane as like his brother and whatever. I gotta turn this TV off, hold on a second, it's driving me crazy. Listen, okay, y'all think I'm some fancy YouTuber, but it's in the background, they're moving, and I'm like, I cannot do this. Okay. You know, Jeffree's been the one that's kind of pushed that storyline. I think that he needs the public to believe that they're still close, right? Do I think that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star talk about each other behind their backs? Oh, absolutely. I think it has been proven that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson talk about everybody behind their backs and that nobody is off limits. So that's just my opinion! It's my opinion! I said yesterday, earlier, on Twitter, I said, from now on, my answer to everything is from Tamara on the Real Housewives of Orange County. That's my opinion! All right, let's go into the next question. Okay, she asked another Jeffree question. Crystal said, do you think Jeffree is bitter now that he's not always the topic of discussion in drama channels? I don't think he's bitter, but I think if I had to make an assumption, which, you know, when we make an assumption, it makes an ass out of you and me. Oh my God, I cussed. It makes it, you know what, out of you and me. But I think Jeffree knows, because Jeffree is like literally the person that invented this, that drama feeds sales. I think he knows that. You know, I mean, he has a base amount of followers that swear by his makeup and always will buy his makeup and always swear by that. But the drama is really what fed, not just with like the drama channels, but just like the talk of all of it with him and other influencers. And now that other influencers don't even pay him any attention and most of them aren't doing reviews of his makeup, you know, I mean, there just isn't that much attention on Jeffree Star Cosmetics anymore. Do I think he's bitter about that? I think he probably wonders how he can get the attention without having to be in drama, because now, like, you know, we're not in the drama of 2017 anymore. We're in the drama of 2021, which is very, very dark, right? And that kind of drama does not sell. It doesn't push sales whatsoever. Like, I think it ruins people and ruins businesses. It doesn't push sales. So no, I don't think that. But back in the day, like, I remember, like, Jeffree Star would, like, get on a plane. He'd be, like, getting on a plane to go to Europe, and he knew there was going to be, like, 8 hours where he wasn't responding or anything, and like right before, I can't snap tonight, there we go, right before he got on the plane, he would like drop some tweet. Do you guys remember that? Like, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like back in the day, we used to cover like just that minor like drama, you know, and it was entertaining to watch. And I do think that it got people interested in these people more than they're interested in them now, right? So do I think that Jeffree Star is bitter about it? No. Do I think he misses the spotlight? Absolutely. Okay, let's put the reading glasses back on. Let's see. Favorite people you follow on TikTok? Well, my husband's really the person that watches TikTok in this house. Peter Monn is one of my favorite people I follow on TikTok. That's me. Jessica Kent, fellow YouTuber. She just reached 1 million people on 1 million followers on TikTok, so congratulations to that. I have to tell you, like, I just kind of scroll through and watch people. My favorite is that one dog that's kind of like a miniature greyhound that always has like the fancy outfits on. That's my favorite. I don't know why. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Sarah said, thank you for being my #1 YouTuber, authentic and genuine. Keep it at it, King. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to, oh wait. Hold on a second. Okay, somebody is asking me for a birthday shout out, and I think that this is from Jax to Mike, and, oh, from Jackie to Mike, and his birthday is September 18th. So happy birthday, Mike! Happy birthday to you. Someone said Nate was in Wyoming recently. Do you think Jeffree and Nate will ever reunite? Nate was actually not in Wyoming recently. This is where people are like, Peter always gets everything wrong. But like 90% of the stories that are sent to me, like I go in and research, and then I'm like, there's no truth to this whatsoever. Like currently there is a story that is really being pushed. And I went in and I looked at like the person that's commenting a lot on this on Twitter. And if you go back and you look, like their Twitter only goes back to like July. They've had it for like since 2009 or something. but they've only started tweeting out and liking things since July of this year. And I believe it is a fake account, possibly even the influencer themselves, who is putting this information out. And yes, I do believe that a lot of influencers do that to kind of keep the conversation going. Nate was not in Wyoming. He was actually in Wyoming. I think Michigan was the city. I looked at it. You could go to the picture and tag it, and it took you right to where it was. And it was like, if you even just spanned it out, you could see that it was the state of Michigan. So, no, Nate wasn't in Michigan. I'm sorry to tell you that I think that ship has sailed. For whatever reason, I think that they're done. They're gone. I don't think that they talk anymore. And I think, it's interesting because they tried to play it off at the beginning like it was this very civil breakup and whatever, but I just don't think that was the case at all. And I think there was a lot of things that we're not aware of behind the scenes that happened with that whole breakup. So, and back in the day, and I'm just going to say this because I'm like, it's my opinion! No, it's not really my opinion, but I'm like, sometimes I walk around stuff and I'm so tired of it. People thought it was a contractual relationship back in the day. It's interesting to me that the relationship ended right at 5 years, okay? And I don't know. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying it's interesting, Somebody said to me recently, you always use speculative in the wrong way. I think I do, though. I think I do always use that word the wrong way. I think it's, suspect, right? That it's like it ended like right around the 5-year mark. I'm not saying that it was a fake relationship, but I will say that people really liked Jeffree Star with Nathan. And if it was a real relationship, I think they got to see a side of Jeffree, which if Jeffree were smart, he would put more videos up of him and his friends or, people like that. I think he's so afraid to do that because I do think that the friendships that Jeffree has that are really, really close, not like the people that work for him and whatever, but it's like close friendships, I think that are so genuine to him that I think if he has the ability to have those kind of relationships, that I think he's afraid to ruin those friendships. God, everything is about Jeffree Star in this video, isn't it? Let's see. Someone said Shane Dawson is probably going to come back to the internet permanently on Ryland's podcast. Maybe. I filmed a video about that earlier. So, okay. Let's see what else. I don't know who some of these people are. Some opinion on the LeBrant family or the Ace family. I don't watch them. I've watched some of their videos and they're just, it's not for me. I have to tell you, like back in the day, there was a period of time when I did watch some like family vloggers, and they were just very normal families that were like talking about like making dinner and whatever. It wasn't that, So I leave all of that alone. I don't, it's a mess. It's a complete mess over there. I mean, I think there becomes a point, where it's like You've completely sold every aspect of your life completely for entertainment and monetary value, right? And these families on that level really seem like they have done that to me. And I'm just like, I don't, like, at what point is the relationship or any of it even real? Like, if you're getting on video, I'm like being real raw about all this. Like if you can't even like, I don't know, it's just like, it's just fakety to me, and I don't have any time for it. Okay. Okay, so let's see. What YouTuber has the worst crying face? Well, I love her today, but I'm sorry, Laura Lee. I mean, that, today, that apology video is really not that bad. And I have to believe, I'm sorry, you guys, but I have to believe that in that moment, and I've never talked to her about it or anything, but I have to believe in that moment, she really did feel just absolutely horrible, But it will go ever in infamy for as being like one of the worst apology videos ever. But like, it's hard. It is like one of the hardest apology videos to watch, like while she's crying and like, and not kind of, it's hard, you guys. It's a hard video to watch. So anyway, I think she knows that too, Okay, how do you feel about fans requesting you on interesting. How do you feel about fans request? This is from Catherine. How do you feel about fans requesting you on Manny and Laura's podcast? Would you go on? It's interesting because I saw that Manny put out a question like, who would you want on your podcast or whatever, and they were tagged, and a lot of people were tagged underneath there, and I was, to be honest with you, I was kind of blown away that my name was like there a lot. I really was. I was like, this is really interesting to me. I don't know if it's because of the lip gloss or what, right? I don't know what I would say. I mean, I would have to be offered and hear what that's going to be about. Would I do like a chummy collab kind of thing? Those days are over for me. I might down the road, depending on what situation was offered to me. I'm not going to ever say never about things. You know, I've said never in the past about things before. I'm not going to do that again. You know, but for today, like, no, I don't want to just sit down and film a collab with somebody. If it was a video where I was a guest talking about a certain situation or just, you know, drama channels in general or something like that, yeah, sure, I might do that. I would have to really know what that was about before I went into it. So I like their podcast. I really, really like their podcast a lot. And I think it's going to grow, and I think it's going to do really well. So congratulations to Manny and Laura on that. Okay. Opinion. This is from Marissa. Jacqueline knows exactly what happened with both her lipsticks and the Morphe Vault. I think she absolutely does. I think she would have to, you know? Not to mention that she hired all these people to go in and find out exactly what had happened, and never reported it back to us. And, you know, that's like beating a dead horse. I'm done talking about that. But do I think that Jacqueline knows what happened with the lipsticks? Yeah, I do. And do I think that, I don't think it's as deep as people probably think it is, but do I think that it would just really look bad business-wise? Yeah. And I think that I don't know. I do think that Jacqueline is somebody, honestly, that has business people that coach her through things. I really do. Like, if you watch her closely and her business compared to other things, she's made horrific mistakes, okay? She has made horrific mistakes. She's been caught lying a lot. She won't disclose to save her life, okay? I think recently she did in a video and she addressed it. So congrats on that, Jacqueline. But do I think that she is somebody that is open to growth and change, and she really, I think, wants to do the best? I mean, I think there's a lot of influencers that really just do not care, okay? Like Nikita Dragon, I think, is somebody that really just does not care. But I don't think that about Jacqueline Hill. I think she takes pride in her business. I think she is a proud family person. I think she's proud of her relationship with Jordan, and I think she wants to put the best businesses out there. I don't know why she wouldn't want to, you know? So I think that she was probably advised that at the time it just was not a good look for her to continue the storyline and respond to all of that. You know, because it was just going to bring it all back up again. And I think that's probably why she didn't, and just kind of did what she did and came back and said, this has been the hardest year for me, and on and on, right? Which, honestly, I don't know that that's a horrible mistake, but business-wise, but I think her audience deserved at that time to know an answer. My battery did die. And merch is coming very soon that's going to say my battery died. Anyway, okay, let's get into the questions. Let's see. Okay, the next question is from Lynn. Sorry, I see it's drama questions. Thoughts on podcasts being the new trend? Well, I mean, they have been for a long time, right? Like, you know, that's the thing. And, you know, years ago, I wanted to start a podcast, and I just really couldn't figure it out. And now everybody in the world has a podcast. I kind of live for it, you know? But yet again, like, when I started on BookTube, it was a part of this community that I just wanted to be part of. Like, I had to be part of it, you know? I just loved everything about BookTube and Bookstagram and all of that. And I love books, I always have. And I had to be part of that, you know? And the podcast community is very similar to me. My good Judy, Melissa, and I are starting a horror movie podcast called the Boogeman Besties. All the socials are listed below, so please go check it out and follow us if you would like. We will be making announcements soon about our very first podcast. We're still getting all of that stuff planned out. We have, like, our first show planned out and all that. But anyway, you know, I have recently fallen in love with podcasts. Now, I have always, not always, but for the last couple years, I've listened to My Favorite Murder. And there's been some other podcasts here and there. I used to listen to Tyler Oakley's Psychobabble back in the day. Who else? Oh, God, the friend of Tyler Oakley's, Joe. I used to listen to his podcast, too, which I just looked the other day. And, like, it's still, like, they're still going, which kind of surprised me. But anyway, the Psychobabble was with Tyler Oakley and Corey Cole back in the day, and they were just hilarious, and I liked that a lot. But then I started listening to so many audiobooks that, like, late at night, driving around and stuff, that I just got away from podcasts, and I stopped listening to them. Just recently, really, and on the heels of the TV show, Only Bodies in the Building, is that Only Murders in the Building? Whatever it's called, with Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez. Such a fantastic show. I wanted to listen to true crime podcasts, but I wanted to listen to one where it's like the whole season is a show about one specific case. So I listened to a show called Tom Brown's Body. It was fantastically done, tragic story, and about an unsolved case that is still a cold case. And right now, I am currently listening to a podcast called, Your Own Backyard, which is about the Kristen Smart disappearance that happened like 20 years ago. It's like 12 parts, and it's very, very interesting. And, you know, did I say this? I've listened to my favorite murder for years. I'm a murderino through and through. So, good question. All right. Favorite review channels, Mel's and Chris are my absolute favorite review channel, and I actually did a little collab with them back in the day. Okay, rank these names, just the names, not the personality. James, Manny, and Gabriel. Well, I mean, as far as like names that I like if you said to me like, okay, if you were gonna name a dog, what would you name a dog? I mean, Gabriel is one of my favorite names of life anyway, and then Manny, and then James. I mean, what, Jimmy the dog? But as far as just like them as people, and not like, I guess I don't know how you remove the personality from them. I would say, well, definitely Manny, then Gabriel, then James. Okay, what do you think is next for Jeffree Star? Well, hold on, I'll show you what's next for Jeffree Star. I'll say I'm going to include it in a screenshot, but you know that'll never happen. Okay, so here's Jeffree Star on Twitter, okay, because he unblocked me on Twitter, did you hear? Okay, and then here he has a ponytail. So I guess what is, well, it's actually not a ponytail, it's a French braid. Fishtail. Back in the day, I got in so much trouble. We were watching a movie, a film strip is what we called it back in the day. And we were all sitting on the floor, and I was like in 4th grade, and I was braiding this girl Courtney's hair. I could do a fishtail and a French braid and everything. And all these girls were always like, Peter, me next, me next, me next. I should have gone to hair school. I should have. I'd be making $1 million right now doing hair. Jeffree Star thinks that hair by Jay. I'd be like, let me get that wig together, okay? But anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm braiding this girl Courtney's hair while we're watching this film strip about, anyway, it doesn't matter. The lights fly up, and my teacher, she said to me, she hated me, she was so mean to me. She said, Peter Monn, this is not beauty shop. Oh my Lord, I was called out, I was so embarrassed. Okay, so anyway, good question. Oh, I got out of the questions. Oh my God, look, there's a picture of me and my cousin Caroline. Hold on a second. Isn't that so cute? I love you, Caroline. Okay, so, okay, let's get back into the questions. Oh, it did save them for me. Okay. Let's see, tuna casserole. Zachary Michael asked me that. Well, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat tuna casserole. Amy said Jeffree Star will sell his brand like Kat Von D did. You know, that's interesting. I haven't really thought about that. I do think that he will split up things as he goes. I don't know that he'll sell his brand until he can't benefit. I mean, okay, for Jeffree Star to step away from Jeffree Star Cosmetics completely, first of all, will destroy his brand. Because the majority of the people that buy his brand support Jeffree Star. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of people do, right? So it will destroy the brand. I think it would... I mean, it would be such a sign that Jeffree Star Cosmetics is making no money anymore for him to sell it. And I think he knows that for him to do that, he would have to admit to that, which I think that before anything else, Jeffree's reputation and pride and ego is #1 to him. So I don't know that that's happening anytime soon. But that's an interesting take. Okay. Hold on a second. Opinions on Nicocado Avocado. I don't watch him at all anymore. Okay, let's see. A lot of people are asking me questions that, people are asking me about Jacqueline and her health journey. I think it's fantastic that she's doing that on there. I think Jacqueline needs to do something that Jacqueline wants to do. And I have felt that for a really long time. I just wanted Jacqueline to do something that made Jacqueline happy, you know? And I enjoy Jacqueline. I enjoy watching Jacqueline, you know? And I know she screwed up and she's lied a million times and all this kind of stuff, but there's a part of Jacqueline that I really like. And you know, I just want her to be happy. So... if you had to become a housewife, which franchise would you belong in? Oh, that's a good question. Alex, if I were in a franchise on Real Housewives, which city would I be in?
Miami.
There is no Miami Real Housewives.
Exactly.
Oh, that was some shade. Okay, well, first of all, you'd be in Dallas with Deandra. I would probably... Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was it? I wouldn't be in New York. I wouldn't be in New Jersey, Potomac. I wouldn't be in Orange County. Beverly Hills, I couldn't keep up with them. So it would be Salt Lake City or Atlanta, definitely for me. I don't know. Those are probably my 2 favorites. Okay, tips for aspiring YouTubers. Post every day and do it because you love it, not because of the views. I mean, we all want the views. I mean, that's just, we do. We want people to watch our videos. That equates a view, right? But when you start, you have to do it because you just are like, I can't not do this. And that's how I felt when I started. It was like, I was posting 2 videos a day on BookTube. I was like, I have to do this. Like, I feel compelled to do this, you know? Someone asked me if I know why Sebastian Williams had stopped posting. I wasn't aware that he had. I looked, I feel like not too long ago, and he hadn't posted a video in a long time. I don't know if I've ever talked to him. If I have, it's been like 1 exchange, but I don't even think at that, honestly. Okay, hold on a second. Do you and Alex like cruises? We've never been on one, but no, we're not real pumped to try one. Thoughts on influencers at the famous Met Gala? You know, first of all, I'm not going to question anything that Anna Wintour does, okay? And for those of you that don't know, my dream in high school was to go to fashion school and to be a fashion designer. You know, I wanted to, I mean, I really dreamed, like, of, you know, having a atelier house, or atelier, and, you know, and doing couture designing and things like that. That was my dream when I was growing up, you know? And my mom, when I was growing up, she wanted to be a costume designer for Edith Head. And Edith Head did all of the huge productions, you know? And she did, like, the Grace Kelly dresses and Rear Window and things like that. And my mom wanted to be Edith Head's assistant. And she wanted to be a costume designer. And so I always dreamed of that, and I know that I'm just a guy in a trucker hat and a t-shirt, but I love fashion. I love everything about it. I love watching it. I love following it. It's just very interesting and intriguing to me. And, you know, the Met Gala is something that I've watched the last couple, I mean, not watched, but like seen the people at the last, you know, I don't know, so many years that it's been going on. I was really not impressed with the Met Gala this year. And there were several messages to me that I thought were just absolutely beautiful. You know, there was homage paid. I know Troye Sivan paid homage to Robert Mapplethorpe, and Dan Levy paid tribute to somebody else. I was reading the article about it today. It was somebody that I didn't know. And Nikki Tutorials, her dress and headpiece was a direct homage to Marsha P. Johnson, which is somebody that we do not talk enough about. If you've never seen the documentary on Netflix, The Death and Life of Marsha P. Johnson, please go watch it. It is extremely, extremely important to the LGBTQIA plus rights movement. And I just was really, like, impressed with that. But there were so many outfits that I thought Emma Chamberlain looked gorgeous in Louis Vuitton. I thought she looked absolutely stunning. I actually thought that, like, in talking about influencers like Emma Chamberlain or Dixie D'Amelio, I thought Dixie D'Amelio looked beautiful, you know? I know a lot of people were criticizing her outfit. It kind of, to me, looked like homage to Audrey Hepburn, you know? So there were several outfits that I really liked, and then there were some things that I just was really like, you're at the Met Gala, like, either be saying something with your statement, like, either have your fashion statement say something, or just, I don't know, like, I don't know, call up Zach Posen and say, will you please dress me for the Met Gala, right? As far as influencers being at the Met Gala, I think that's 2021. I think I'm okay with that. I think it's impressive. I thought it was really cool that there was one of the guys from the Try Guys there, you know? It's like, let's expand. I know that, like, YouTube has several people that they have go every year, and I was impressed with I mean, you know, Jackie Aina was there. She looked gorgeous, you know? And I'm like, okay, this is really cool that we're having a diverse group of people, different than every other year, that are going to the Met Gala. And I think this group is gone. Now, next year, let's make it another group, okay? And on and on and on. I will say this, Billie Eilish, who I adore and I love, I was not into that look at all. It was apparently like paying homage to Marilyn Monroe. I did not like it, but that was just my personal opinion. Okay, Coke or Pepsi? I very rarely ever drink just plain Pepsi. So I drink plain Coke, plain Coke, but I will do Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. If I have my pick, it's Diet Pepsi in a fountain, Diet Coke in a can. Okay. Let's see. Thoughts on Jordancheyenne deleting her IG and YouTube. Okay, so I want to say this in here. This is interesting. So, if you watch my video that I did the day after my Jordancheyenne video, if you don't know who Jordancheyenne is, she is a family vlogger that got caught. Just go watch my Jordancheyenne video. Anyway, since that whole drama has occurred, she has deleted like all of her social media and stuff, which is interesting to me because her sole source of income is social media and teaching other people how to be like do very well on social media. So I don't know. Like, and she's like, I'm going away, I guess. I don't know how she's going to continue to support her family without any social media whatsoever, you know? And to me, it's, okay, so what was interesting was Jordancheyenne, here, I want to show this because people did not understand this at the time, okay? Jordancheyenne left a comment on my, what do you call it, on my community or my creators app. So on YouTube, you get a creators app, right? So you can sign in and you can see your videos in the back end, how they're doing and things like that, right? So right here, you can see that Jordancheyenne left a comment, okay? It's now like, I've already looked at it, so it's whatever. But then if you go to it and you hit it, it says comments not found. So she went in with like rapidly deleted the comment. So I mentioned it in a video that she had gone in and deleted my comment. Now I have to tell you, somebody, interestingly enough, found the comment. I don't know how they did this, and they sent it to me. So I want to read you Jordancheyenne's entire comment. Let me give it to you in just a second. I was going to have this prepared for this, so okay, hold on a second. They sent it to me via Twitter. I should have this all prepared. Hold on just a second. Why can't I find it? Okay, hold on just a second. Where is the comment? Dun 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 da 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 da. Okay, here it is. Here's the full comment. And I don't know if this person wants me to read their name or not, but the full comment right here on my video, okay, is I have deleted everything off my channel, Instagram and beyond. Nothing matters but prioritizing my son. I am so disgusted at myself, I can't even believe I got to this level. Thank you for covering this with an open mind and kindly. We will be off social media for the foreseeable future. So I don't know what that means. I don't know how long she's going to be gone, whatever. Do I think that she needs to take time off of social media and reevaluate her choices? Absolutely, I do. The fact, and I was so blown away by so many people that said, I think she really gets what she did by watching her apology video, where she said in the apology video, like, I have to forgive myself, first and foremost. I was like, no, or I have to apologize to myself. I was like, no, you need to apologize to your son. Like, do you not see that? You know, and like, so she didn't get it, right? So do I think she needs to take time off? Yes. Do I think it would be a smart move for her going forward to, I don't know, reinvent and reevaluate her channel? Absolutely, I do. You know, I think like this might be an opportunity for growth for her. You know, my sponsor always says, this is an opportunity for growth. Are you going to change it? This is an opportunity for growth for Jordancheyenne. Do I think that she has to be gone from social media and YouTube forever? No, I don't. Do I think that she needs to take some time and take a look at what's going on right now in her life? Absolutely, I do. Okay. Let me answer one more question, and then I'm going to get off here so I can finish packing. Okay, let's see. Who do you think is the king and queen of drama? Well, I don't know, but I have to tell you really quick, I want to say this. Somebody asked me this question, and I can't find it now, but somebody said, who is a YouTuber that like you just do not understand like their why they have the following that they do? And I have to say, like, there's a couple people, like Nikita Dragon is so problematic, but I do understand why people like Nikita Dragon. I do understand, you know, why there are a lot of people that follow her. And, you know, Jake and Logan Paul, as uninteresting as they are to me, I do understand how there are young men out there that they would be appealing to. Young women as well, I'm sure. You know, that they would be appealing to. I just don't find them interesting in the least. The one YouTuber that I just do not well, there's two, actually. The first one is Tana Mojo. I don't understand the following around Tana Mojo whatsoever. I just really don't get it, okay? I will say that recently listening to her podcast, I thought it was entertaining. Maybe she's more driven to do those kinds of things, you know? But her videos, and I don't know, maybe she tired out of the videos over time. I just didn't get the following. I didn't understand. I mean, I get it, but like at the same time, it's like her audience was starting to age out. But the one person I really do not get the hype about at all, and please somebody explain it to me in the comments section below, I do not understand the hype, is David Dobrik. I do not get the hype about David Dobrik at all. I don't understand it. I watch his videos and I'm like, is this like an inside joke? Like, do you have to like watch him for 5 years to understand? Like, I don't get this. Like, I don't understand why he's likable. I don't understand why people are like, this is funny. I mean, I don't get any of it. And I sure as hell wouldn't want to be his friend to constantly be looking like some kind of fool that's on YouTube, right? I mean, it's kind of like a modern day, like, you know, the TV show Jack, ASS, without like the stunts and the pranks, because he's constantly doing that to his friends, you know? It's like, hey, David, why don't you put yourself on the hot seat for a second? Anyway, I don't understand the hype about David Dobrik, but if you guys love David Dobrik, let me know why in the comment section below. But I'm going to get off here now and upload this video so it's ready for tomorrow, pack, and then I'm going to go vlog. So never a dull moment in the house of Monn. The fashion house of Monn. Legendary. 10s, 10s, 10s across the board. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.